here. Token Vaping, guys. Today's juice review is, I just figured I'd go ahead and do the final flavor in the series set that I've been doing for this company. The company is Snake Oil Liquids, and there's 6 flavors in the line, and I've done the other 5 on my previous videos. So if you haven't seen those, go ahead and check them out. But since there's only one left, I figured I might as well just go ahead and knock that one out here, and then I'll just move on to my next rounds of other ones. This is Snake Oil Liquids. You can find them on Instagram. They do have a web page as well. You can reach them at thevapeshore.com. They are family owned and operated since May of 2014. They are based out of Toronto, Canada, and this line does come in a 0, a 1.5, a 3, a 6, and a 12. So they do come in this really cool packaged burlap bag style. As far as like snake catchers, basically they use bags like this to carry the snakes in. I believe it's because it's harder for them to puncture the holes in the bag with their teeth and try to bite their way through or catch anything like that. So, but it's a cool little theme-based add-on type thing, which I'm always a sucker for, so it's kind of neat. So the final flavor in this Snake Oil Premium line is Ruby, and it is a red label. It's pretty simplistic, but it is eye-catching just because of the design style that they went with. It does say snake oil. They are premium liquids. There is the snake. It has the mix ratio and the nicotine, which is a 3 for me and a 75-25, so the clouds are pretty solid. And the other thing that I think is cool is it has all the warning and ingredient labeling that it needs, but it's in French and English since it's based out of Canada, and they do speak French up there as well. So it's really cool that they accommodate both in that aspect as well. And there is a safety ring. I can sit here and twirl this all day and it's not going to come off. So once I pop this open, it's a first vape, first impression review. I'll go ahead and show you that pop on there. So the flavor profile for Ruby is a perfect blend of rich sweetened coffee with a crispy wafer crunch. It's basically their favorite candy bar is supposed to be the flavor profile that it's going for. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I'm not a coffee fan. Never drank coffee. I've had a sip or two of it one time in my life. Did not like it. I have not touched it since. I do not like, I'm not a coffee drinker. So this should be interesting to see how this takes. But you know what? First time for everything. I'm always willing to try anything. So as a reviewer, I really can't be picky as to what I'm not willing to try or do a review on. They were gracious enough to send me the set. The least I can do in return is do the review on the video. So, but again, just because I'm not a coffee fan, regardless of what I get out of this vape, I am not trying to impose my will, my opinion, my taste preference onto anybody. All I'm trying to do is just give you a description of what it tastes like, what it vapes, what it feels like, things like that, and hopefully to give you a little more of a informative base to go off of as to whether it's something you want to try or not. So that's all that is. But I'm going to go ahead and drip this fresh wick, brand new, and the cotton that I use, which is the only cotton that I use, is Texas Tough Cotton. It's not a pansy-ass cotton ball. It is pretty durable, holds up really, really well. I like the fact that it does not have a really strong cottony taste to it, even on a first vape. And as long as I don't mix juices too much on it, it holds up. I can get a good solid, 3 to 5 days out of it before I need to re-wick it again. So it works for me. But on Facebook, Instagram, it's Texas Tough Cotton. So now we're going to go ahead and bust this open, and if you listen, there it is. There's the crack of the safety ring. To let you know that it was sealed to begin with. And it's still stuck. So, there we go. Yep, that's coffee, all right. Oh yeah, but I will be honest with you. It doesn't smell like straight harsh black coffee to me. There's where that wafer. Okay, so it almost has a coffee style wafer smell to it. If you've ever had like a vanilla wafer, the crunchy wafer bars, it kind of has that smell also. So I do kind of have comfortable hopes with it, so that it may not vape straight like coffee. So I'm going to go ahead and juice this up real fast. And while I'm doing this real quick, as you saw with the safety ring, if you ever get purchase a product that has some kind of safety precaution on it, whether it's a seal, a wrap, tape, cap, lid, ring, whatever, does not matter what it is. Anything that is meant to be a security or safety protector. If for whatever reason you get the product and something about it does not sit right with you, makes you feel uncomfortable, you're just not sure about it, or it just makes you second guess it, don't use it. Contact where you got it from, contact who makes it, contact who distributes it, contact whoever you have to contact. Let them know what's going on, explain to them the situation, and let them rectify the problem so that they send you the product in its proper form, in all of its proper form, so that you feel comfortable with it and aren't worried about it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your health and safety. So just keep that in mind. Go ahead and do a quick pre-burn on this, get the juice flowing through the cotton. Okay, I'm actually starting to relax with this a bit more. It doesn't have as strong of a coffee taste as I was expecting it to have right off the bat, or at least off the smell. The vape might be a different story, but so far I have not smelled a whole lot of coffee itself coming out of this. So let's give this a vape and see where it goes. And as always, 75 watts, Ruby from Snake Oil. As you can see, the clouds, awesome clouds. I really am impressed with the clouds that this line puts out. It's a 75-25, but their mixture is so well done for cloud production that it's just crazy. I mean, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to eat my words. I am actually very impressed with this flavor. I do not like coffee. I do not taste a whole lot of coffee in this. I definitely get the wafer taste. If you've ever had just a plain wafer bar, the little crunchy wafer bars, that is exactly what this tastes like. You do get a slight coffee taste off the tail end of it, but it is so slight compared to what I was expecting. Like a lot of people, I assumed or had a preconceived notion, because as soon as I saw coffee, I was like, oh God, I'm not going to like this because it's coffee. I'm not going to say that I like it because I taste the coffee, but it is minute compared to what I was expecting to get out of it when I vaped it. It is all wafer, and it's actually a really enjoyable flavor. I mean, as far as, I'm going to drip a little bit more to see if I can get a little bit fuller of a body flavor out of this. Now, I don't know if this is like how exactly the candy bar is eaten. I don't know if it's just a candy bar that you just eat on and it has the coffee flavor to it, or if it's like a little wafer candy bar that people have with a cup of coffee or something like that. But oh yeah, that is a straight a wafer bar crunch. I almost get the flakiness off of it from vaping it. That's really cool. Again, the coffee is a little bit on the tail end. You do taste it, but it is nowhere near what I was expecting it. No throat hit for 75-25, which is impressive. Just because anytime you're under an 80-20 mix, I've seen that it can vary as far as the throat hit, whether it is or isn't there. That is really, 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 really comfortable and a really solid flavor. So Ruby, it is definitely I'm going to say vanilla, but it's not a specific vanilla. It's more just an airy, the crispy, puffy wafer bar. Absolutely that flavor all the way through that. Tail end, you get a slight bit of the coffee. Like right now, I almost have like that little bit of the coffee bitterness in the back of my throat. But again, it was so minute compared to what I was expecting that it's actually, I'm okay with it. but definitely give it a try if you're into that type of a flavor profile, whether it's a coffee wafer crisp type flavor. But it is definitely something that I could see people wanting to vape all day. With that, unfortunately, that is the final flavor in this 6 flavor line from Snake Oil. Snake Oil Premium Liquids, thank you guys so very, very much. You have an impressive line that has a really diverse amount of flavors, whether I was a fan of them or not. It is a wide array of flavors to accommodate many, many different styles and tastes for vapors out there. Definitely an amazing line. Great job. Folks, check them out. They are on Instagram. That is probably their main point there, that you can contact them. But all of their flavors are on there. They've got a lot of good people repping their line as well. Excuse me. Definitely reach out to them. Have your shop reach out to them. It is a solid line to have on any shelf. Snake Oil, again, thank you guys so very much. Folks, as always, I'm Token Vaping here on YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. I am so humbled and appreciative of that. If there is anything that I can do to help enhance your vaping experience, whether it's a juice line, a device idea, an RDA or tank concept, just let me know. I will do anything and everything that I can. If there's a specific video that you're wanting to see, let me know. I will do everything in my power to make that happen for you. It's all about vaping enjoyment, and that's all I want to try to help and do. So until next time, thank you guys so much. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good night.